Hi, welcome to the live stream. So I'm going to be channeling Archangel Raphael, and Raphael will be talking according to who's listening now and afterwards, sharing messages, and maybe doing some clearing as well. And then he'll talk about the week ahead as well. So I'm just going to let him come in and speak through me. I would like you to know that what I am actually seeing at the moment are many energies which are moving fast, people who are transforming. But that does not necessarily mean that they will find that as they are transforming, that they will be feeling well inside. It does not mean that people will be feeling like they are able to go forwards easily. Because what is going on at the moment is the transformation is much more about actually making changes on deeper levels. So these changes are things which will not necessarily be in any way easy. So, an example of this can be that you may be transforming how you are actually connecting to others. So you may find that as a result, there is disharmony, there is tension, there is negativity. But what will happen is that ultimately the transformation that you make will create deeper changes in your life, which will then create more harmony, more compassion, more oneness. So, what I see at the moment is the nature of what is transforming is quite dark and heavy. It is not a light energy that is necessarily experienced as a result, but the changes will ultimately bring more clarity and oneness and harmony. And what I will also say about this is that right now there are many different types of transformation occurring. So some people are going very deep into the light of oneness, going into energies which are actually very much about being fully in one way or another aligned to the oneness. And then there are other types of transformation going on as well, where people are attuning to varying degrees of light. And sometimes there is such a thing as transforming in a way where there is actually something going on that is not quite right, but it is actually something else altogether. But what I will say is that ultimately, as you stay guided by your own inner connection to the light, you will be doing the right thing. But I will also say, be very aware that when you are going inwards, attuning to the light, remember to be in one way or another very deep in yourself when you are deciding what to do. Because there are some energies around at the moment which are not quite right, which are perhaps misguiding people deliberately in order to create chaos and confusion. So I will say, go inwards and go into states where you really feel something to be the right thing to do. Feel it on the inside. And then you will find ultimately there will always be harmony and oneness, a deeper feeling of compassion and a sense of peace, ultimately, even if initially there is upheaval and chaos and confusion. I hope this makes sense. It is really important to stay connected to the light within and to remember that sometimes there can be chaotic energies around that may, in one way or another, affect you. It can temporarily make you believe that something is the right thing to do. And you will know the difference because when you go deep inside, you will feel your own connection to the light within. You will feel what is right. I hope this makes sense. It is about really staying connected to yourself on the inside. And it is also important to stay in your own light here, to not in any way be affected by other people's energy. perhaps what they believe the right thing is for you to do. It is important to be with yourselves. And I will go as far as to say that when you are even attuning to us, higher angels, remember to always connect to yourself, ultimately, to feel it for yourself. And if you are not feeling something, then do not do it. And I am saying this because I would like all of you to be in your own connection to the light within, that I am here to guide you to yourselves. I am here to help you strengthen your connection to the light within. I am here to help clear away blockages to this. And ultimately, I am here to help you to be fully self realized. So it is important to always go within, attune to yourself, and to not in any way be in a state where you are being guided by anything outside of yourself. To be open to what you hear, to feel it on the inside, and then feel what is right for you and do that. I also would like you to know that because of this, there are angels on earth at the moment who are very much about helping people to be in their own power, in their own energy, who are here to empower others. And when you are in a fully empowered state, you are able to quite easily be with many types of beings. You are able to learn from many people, be inspired by many angels, hear messages, and automatically be able to take what is valuable from them. And when you are in this state, you are able to actually grow quite rapidly by being with higher beings. You are able to learn from them. You are able to actually be much bigger and brighter as a result. But when you are not quite there, it can be a bit like you are in one way or another hearing different messages from different people, different beings, and there can be a confusion. And I'm speaking on this subject because I want all of you to focus on being much stronger in yourselves, developing your personal power, going within and finding your center. And for those of you who cannot do this because of trauma, because of problems, remember that I am able to help with this in a healing capacity. That if you ask me, I can help you to be stronger in yourself. So I want you to all go within and be attuning to yourselves more, to feel yourselves on the inside. And then actually, we can do more to help you. The higher angels can do much more for you when you are in this state. I have more messages to give. I would like you to know that when you are feeling inside that there are many problems on the outside, it is not always about simply going within, changing your energy, processing. It is also about taking action. It is about actually playing your part in life and remembering that because you are here, you can make a difference. So when you see something in life that doesn't feel right, and as you go within and process your feelings about it, it still doesn't feel right, then it is really good for you to know that you may be guided to take action and to be open to what this may be. What I am really trying to say is that it is perfectly okay to be very much in yourselves, but also active in the world when necessary. It is important to speak out on behalf of others when you feel guided to, and you will be fully supported by higher beings when you are in alignment. You will be supported by many angels. And for some of you here, we are literally giving you a loudspeaker energetically so that your voices can be heard. So I would like you to know this, that it is really very supported by higher angels to speak out where there is injustice. And right now in the world, there is a lot going on. And there is really a lot that can be done by those of you who feel guided to do things. I have more messages to give. I would like you to know that every single person in the world is ultimately going to be guided to a state of enlightenment in these times. Even those who are choosing something else, who are not consciously choosing the light, they will be guided by life to enlightenment. Because actually, in the new age, that is the only way. It is not really a time where life supports people to stay in their patterns. So I would like you to know that being enlightened, it will be the new norm. It is the way to go. And those of you who believe it to be something far away, something distant, something that only certain people will aspire to be and go. It is not that way anymore. It is going to become normal to be in alignment, to be in connection to something deeper, something higher. And through this, people will be able to flourish. That is the new way for everyone. So I would like you to know this. I have a few more things to say. I would like to speak about the distance between different types of people. So, some people are very much in the spirit, they go within, they do a lot of inner work, and other people are the complete opposite. They are living in the world, doing things which are perhaps much more about external goals, external things that appeal to them. And what they will find is that the more they do in the world, the more they will actually start to feel that perhaps there is something else that they need to do instead. And because of that, those of you who are very focused on going within will find yourselves in high demand. You will find yourselves actually needing to be a bit more in the world because people will need your services. So it is almost like life is coming together now, where the distance between people who have been very focused on the inside and those who have been focused on the outside is going to decrease, actually. And as a result, there will actually be more uniformity, but in a good way, in a way where there will no longer be this great divide. And because of this, you will all find that you are expanding generally, learning more, doing more. And in this way, you will start to notice that there is actually a lot of a lot of energy between the people who you believed are very different to you. There is a lot of energy exchange, a lot that you can learn from each other. And as a result, you will all be growing actually much faster. So I would like you to know this, that this has not fully really happened yet, but it will happen fairly soon. And when it does, there will be a lot of good energy exchanged, and there will be a lot of growth, and there will be more uniformity, which will actually be very positive. A positive kind of uniformity, not a negative one. It will be more that people will be living lives that they can relate to more easily in terms of being with each other. They will be able to understand each other better. And because of this, there will actually be greater harmony on earth. I have one more thing to say, and that is no two people are the same, but there is such a thing as being with those who are similar, who are part of the same soul group, who have the same purpose, who have the same ideals, the same things they are tuned to inside and want to create on earth. And when you come together with such beings, there is a lot of good energy exchange, a lot of chemistry, a lot of harmony. When you have this in your life, it is precious. It is something that can be used for a higher purpose. And ultimately, there will be something new that can be born through these connections. What I will say is that it is very good to generally go within and attune to this, attune to those who are on a similar wavelength, to ask inwardly for them to come in. Because when they do, it is possible to do bigger things, to create more on all levels, more oneness, more abundance, more goodness in the world generally. And I would like you to know this in advance, to be very aware that this is coming in for all of you. Connection that is able to actually last a lifetime, where positive things are able to be achieved, where you can come together to create bigger things in the world ultimately. And it is good to also consider yourself as a part of the whole, to be very aware that when you are on earth, ultimately it is about coming together with those who are like minded. Because when you are doing your purpose and doing it in your own way, you will always find that things grow and expand exponentially as you connect with the right people. And when you come together and work as a team, things happen in a bigger and brighter way. So it is good for you to all focus on this, focus on teamwork, focus on being with the right people. And also, do not be concerned about who the right people may be. Simply focus on the vision of bringing this into your life. But don't be concerned whether someone is right or not. Because what will happen is when you have the vision, the right people will automatically come in and the wrong people will leave. So do not fixate on whether it is this person or that person. The vision alone will bring in the right people for you, the people who you are able to collaborate with, to work with. And when you hold a vision that is very aligned, it will happen, especially now in the new age, where the earth energies support this fully and completely. I have no more to say. I want to share something about the week ahead. The week ahead will be an extraordinary one, in that there is a lot that is possible to happen. A week where you may find yourself actually feeling that you have more energy, more life force. And it is generally a good week for making progress in your life in earthly ways. So some of you may find that some extraordinary things happen for you. I have no more to say. Hmm. Yeah, so thank you everyone for listening, and yeah, wishing you a really good week ahead, and lots of love to all of you.